Well, we're back for more sidebar sister wife conversations, and Janelle did not disappoint. She has confirmed what I've been saying, that Janelle's not to be trusted, and that this whole protect yourself, Mary BS was just BS. It was she pulled Mary in, tried to establish alliance against Kody and Robin, and now we're seeing that Janelle was once again in cahoots with Kody. You'll see what I mean when we watch this clip. Let's go.
He's putting the whole thing on me that I slowed it down, that I'm the problem. But it had to do with the fact that they were trying to get me to sign a confidentiality agreement that I was not willing to agree to. Why do you want me to sign a confidentiality agreement? Why are you trying to silence me?
I'll tell you why, Mary, because they heard that Christine's book was coming out and they wanted to make sure that they got you quiet too. They know that Janelle isn't for the drama. Janelle only speaks when Kody and Robin speaks out against their kids and put out false narratives. So they know that they can shit talk you and you can't shit talk them and you can't use that piece of that land as the caveat for that because they know that if you sign this agreement you can't talk about it and you won't because if you do they could sue you and get some money out of you and they always want to get money out of you. That's why they had you using a damn accountant to prove to them that your money that you earned was going to them. But this situation is so fucked up. Let's just watch it.
After we took the offer, Janelle was worried about losing the buyer. And so Janelle's like pushing me to either complete with what Mary's wishes were or for.
I love how he's once again trying to throw Janelle underneath the bus, but I think that him and Kody, I'm sorry, not him and Kody, Janelle and Kody have a lot of sidebar conversations because remember, Janelle would talk to Mary about what her and Kody talked about, and she said that Kody would tell her to relay messages to Janelle. I'm so sorry to Mary because he didn't want to deal with Mary. And now we know that those sidebar conversations was happening because he is now saying that Janelle was telling him, "Look, we're going to lose this buyer. You need to do something." She's not signing the confidentiality agreement. Either you're going to go with that or just sell it from right underneath her. And I was like, that's so fucked up.
Forced to sell. I got in this place where I was like backdoor deal almost with Janelle. Hey, we'll just sell it out from under these other two.
They always been doing backdoor deals. You got to remember that Janelle was the one who saw where the money was going. She saw what Kody was doing with the money and didn't tell her sister wives because she was in cahoots. And it goes back to what I was saying before. Remember when they kept showing us the layout for the land, Janelle and Robin were going to get the two biggest plots, which were 4 acres apiece. And Mary and Christine were going to be off in the woods getting 2 acres because he couldn't stand those two wives. And when shit started to fall apart, Janelle kept saying, just give me my 4 acres and just let me go about my way. She didn't care about Mary or Christine or making sure that they got what they deserved. She just was worried about herself. And here again, like I said, she was worried about herself. Everybody was like, oh, Janelle is such a great sister wife. She's warning Mary. No, y'all. She was trying to establish alliance with Mary so that she could fight against Kody and Robin. It wasn't about freaking Mary. She could care less about Mary. It was because she knew that they weren't going to play ball with her. So she had to get Mary on her side so that if she had to fight, she had Mary to back her story and whatever she's trying to say. That's what this is all about. And now she's in cahoots with Kody again.
Because Robin was like, we are not going to mess them over. Like, no, we should mess them over. And this is why I was a terrible polygamist, because I can like just sit down and shut up. I couldn't ever do that.
He's a goddamn liar. He would yell at Christine and Jenna all the time when Robin would go telling shit. And these women would put up with it. We seen you yell at them women and bully them into doing what you want for 30 years. Bullshit.
I couldn't ever just do that with these wives and just manage it.
Kody said, well, I could sell it without Mary's consent. I'm like, well, you could. But you could. You could sell it.
And this is why I told you Janelle and him had that conversation and she was okay with it. Because she was like, well, I told him, well, you could. You could. Like, go ahead and do it. She didn't say, that's messed up. You shouldn't do that. That's not right to do that to Mary. She was looking out for herself. And in this clip, it shows exactly what I was saying. She saw what was going on with the money. She had a lot of sidebar conversations with Kody. These two have always been doing deals, Janelle and Kody. For instance, the reason why we're seeing, and I'm not even gonna show you that clip because it got commentary in it. Kody finally admits that it was Janelle's money that helped him buy the McMansion, and so he said that I settled that back with Janelle back in January, which was around the time that Garrison died, and she was able to get a settlement on his estate and his house and all that. So he agreed not to go after that stuff that he wasn't entitled to because he wasn't speaking to the boy. If she agreed to say what she eventually did, that the money she gave them for the McMansion was a gift, and that wipes the debt clean. So they've been doing deals. And Janelle, I believe, was telling him to undercut Mary. She doesn't like Mary. And as much as people try to say, oh, Janelle is looking out for Mary, she's not. And Mary was right to be guarded with her and not trust her. And this clip shows that.
Like, I mean, he could have forced the sale on everything. So, yeah.
And Robin finally goes, she looks at me like, who are you? You're the man that I met and fell in love with that said if one of his wives left him, he'd buy her a house down the street to keep.
That's a lie. This man is crazy. Janelle was in the RV in the middle of the winter with your daughter, and you didn't give a damn. You didn't care. The RV was right down the street from your big McMansion. You didn't offer her housing or her child. I'm not saying that Janelle would have took it, but you didn't offer it. And then you try to take Christine's equity from her house. And you wanted her to sign over her portion of Coyote Pass in addition to taking 50% of her equity. You're just greedy. And you're a liar. And it's so sad and it's ridiculous. And there's some people that actually believe this bullshit.
His kids close to him, and you'd be so generous with her. Where are you?
He's the man that she wants. Greedy. She wants him to make sure that she's taken care of. That's all Robin cares about. She don't care about these other women. She don't even care about Kody. She just want to make sure she's taken care of. And that's why she does little things like once her name establishes an owner on things, because I think she's planning her exit. She knows that the ship is sinking. She sees the sinking ship. She sees that he's not going to be able to sustain his lifestyle much longer. How much longer can the show go? People are losing interest. The viewing is going down.
And I was like, this is bull. No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not selling this land until everything is perfectly fair and we do this the right way.
What she means is when she says fair, me and Kody get 50%. You guys get 25. You get 50% and you split it, so you each get 25%. So what's fair is for her to get more. She held up the sale so that she can get more, and at the finally the other two relinquished and gave up and said, "Look, we'll take the 25. Let's just sell this shit." She did exactly what she not entitled. She set out to do. She waited them out without a crystal ball, showed that she was the last one to sign. She strung this shit out for 2 years, and she did what she set out to do. She got Christine to sign over her portion to her and Kody, and she got these two dum-dums to accept 25%, while her and Kody walk away with 50%.
Sorry. I'll be the big fat rock in the way.
Boy, nothing like the woman you love making you say to yourself, well, it's time for me to become a better man.
A better man? He said he's a better man? You were trying to make Mary sign a confidentiality agreement in order to get her 25% of the land, which she should have got more because I'm pretty sure Mary put in more than 25%. And we know that Robin didn't put any money in. She was too busy buying dolls.
We don't need to make it dramatic.
You're worried.
Oh, I wonder why. Shoot, what's wrong with me?
She's worried because they couldn't get Mary to sign that confidentiality agreement. And there's a reason why they want Mary to sign that confidentiality agreement. It will reveal itself. But I want to know, Robin looks so fucking old for her age. This lady is 45, 46. She looks so much older. She looks she looks as older than the OG3. She looks their ages. That's crazy. That man just sucked her youth out of her. I think this is my opinion, I think there's some opioid and alcohol abuse going on with Robin because she looks horrible. Face is just super puffy.
If in the confidentiality agreement, if you had signed the initial one and they had sold the property out from under you, would you be able to speak about it?
No.
And that's what they wanted. They wanted her to sign the confidentiality agreement, and they were going to sell the land from underneath her. And so she couldn't talk about it either. They were up to no good. They were going to make sure that they took care of Janelle, and they were going to cut Mary out. I think that's what was going to happen, and I think Mary is starting to realize that. This is sad.
It breaks my heart that it has come to this. I didn't think that these people would try to do this to me.
And notice she said these people. She's encompassing Janelle in this. She knows that Janelle is complicit in this. Mary's not stupid. Everybody was like buying this whole Janelle's trying to help Mary out bullshit. I wasn't buying it. Check the tapes. Go back into my old episodes. I said it once before that Janelle's not to be trusted. She's sneaky, and that she was never a girl's girl. She was all looking out for herself, and um she was all in cahoots with Kody and Robin in regards to this land. She in the money, she knew where shit was going, and Mary knew that Janelle was complicit, and that's why she didn't trust her. And everybody was saying Mary's a bitch, and Mary is a bitch, but in this instance, she was not. She was being cautious, and look how this turned out. Janelle was coaching Kody to go ahead and sell it if Mary wasn't going to sign the confidentiality agreement that Janelle's dumbass signed.
Like, was there not any parts of us that were human?
Nope. That was so sad. You could hear the anguish in her voice, the tremoring. It was sad. She was crying because she gave up so much to this family. Like she put a lot of their kids through college. They didn't put her kid through college. She had to pay for her own kid. She paid for cars for these kids. She breastfed Maddie. And here's the fucked up thing about that situation. Maddie was failure to drive and was, not doing well, losing weight left and right. Could have died. Mary breastfed her, and McKelty's ignorant ass had the nerve, and I'm sorry, no, McKelty and her ignorant mom, Christy, had the nerve to call it disgusting to breastfeed someone else's child. Christine is such a fucking pig. I can't stand her. Even though Mary's a bitch, there is a heart behind it. I don't think Mary is I believe Mary, it can be mean, but I think Mary has a good heart. And I think that they've bullied Mary in their own ways and been nasty to Mary in their own ways, that because she went to the extreme with it and her reaction to it, that she gets the bad rap. But they've taken so much from her. She gave Kody the legal marriage divorce so that he could adopt Robin's kids. You would think the least they could do is just give her this land and without bullshit. And they can't even do that. They're just such toxic people. But they'll get their karma. Anyway, tell me what you think. Do you think Janelle was in cahoots with Robin and Kody to screw Mary over? I do. What say you guys? Let me know.